Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I will be doing a spoiler review of season 2 of Them the Scares. I recently did a spoiler free review and talked about whether the new season is worth watching, so you can check out that video. Okay, if you haven't seen the new season 2, don't watch this video. The creator Little Marvin is behind season 1 and season 2 of Them. He did an interview explaining why he chose the 1991 setting for season 2. There was a social culture important to it, but there was also an artistic and creative nerd impulse about it, Marvin said. Social culturally, it was a very fraught time in LA history. The Rodney King tape came out to the world and sent shockwaves to the city on the days our show takes place. I thought that it would be an interesting journey to watch a woman and a detective navigate the complexity of the city at that time. The narrative surrounding Dawn Reeve dives into the trauma she had endured, particularly the revelation from her mother that she was adopted and had a twin brother, Edmund, whom she couldn't control and sent back to a foster mother who mistreated him. Despite Dawn's inability to recall this, her mother ensured that Edmund was forgotten. Alongside grapple with adoption, Dawn faced challenges in her male-dominant, racist workplace as the solo black female detective. She courageously advocates for justice within the black community and raises concerns about a potential serial killer. Dawn refused to yield. She didn't back down. Dawn thought that she was going to have heart problems like her father, but it was her anxiety of what she endured as a child. Because in the first episode, when she was doing the detective in the foster's mother's home and she looked in the closet, that was her first panic attack. So she thought it was maybe her heart condition, but it was a sign of a warning of what she had remembered. Edmund, he is a complete opposite of Dawn. He wants to be seen and loved, and he goes to his white foster parents to get validation, but his foster father just doesn't care for him. So he thinks that Dawn will be different, but she denies him and tells him to stay away from her family, and she never wants to see him again. I wish that he should have told her who he was and what was his purpose. Perhaps fear of rejection prevented him from revealing his identity and intentions. Not to mention there was a receptionist that liked him, and he messed that up by dressing up as a serial killer and doing a practice for his audition. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when he did his first audition for Pookie, it was so damn funny. I was like, Lord, just stop. You're not going to get this role. It was very sad how his backstory came to be, dealing with his foster parents rejecting him time and time again, and with what he had been thrown when was a child, Edmund felt alone. Let's be honest, it wasn't Dawn's fault that she couldn't remember what happened when she was little. Edmund was the breakout star of the entire season, the level of different personalities, and who predict that his first murder was going to be the camera guy. When that camera guy laughed at his face when Edmund auditioned, I just knew that Edmund was going to make him pay. So let's talk about the backstory of the Raggedy Ann dolls. In the 1977 film Raggedy Ann and Andy, Raggedy Andy is a deceptive, a feisty, independent, and occasionally irritable, contrasting with his sister. He strives to assert his strength and toughness, often to clashes with other toys, but fiercely protective of Raggedy Ann. This mirrors the dynamic between Dawn and Edmund, with Edmund playing the role of the protector when he was young, especially during the time in foster care. Now, with the demon throughout the entire season, the background of the enigma of the demon, including its origin and emergence as a serial killer, remains unknown. Will season 3 dive into the backstory? The inclusion of the psychological horror elements as death to Edmund's character and the overall storyline, enhanced by the eerie cinematography featuring deep red hues. I wish that they had talked about or showed a little bit of backstory of the demon, but since they didn't, I was fine with that as well, because I was at the edge of my seat trying to figure out what was going on. And also there were some clues and Easter eggs throughout the entire season that you definitely will be surprised of. I enjoyed season 2 in the horror anthology format. I eagerly anticipated season 3. I definitely have some theories with that as well. I believe that it's going to be a different story, of course, but also with a different family. I don't think they're going to keep that same family like season 1 and they had it tied in towards the end of season 2. I think season 3 will probably be a different perspective. And so I'm really enjoying and hope that it will be a different perspective for season 3. But overall, I enjoyed season 2. And also the creator, Little Marvin, did state that he wanted to turn like American Horror Story. And I think that at times it needs to be some type of competition, because let's be honest, American Horror Story hasn't been the same for a very long time. So let me know what you thought about season 2. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. Like I said, the story was perfect. And so thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And until then, see you later.